All right. Uh, well, let's start trying new things, right? So let's try new things. Well, here we go. This is my first time ever with a Action Force figure. This is the first I've ever owned. I don't know much about this brand. Um, I know that Bobby Valor picked it up, and he is a ex-Hasbro employee, and I'm going to assume that he would know the ins and outs, which, I mean, more than likely he does. But I've been curious about his figures. I mean, I know he has a very polarizing personality, but this is about the toys, not the person. So here we go. I'll say this about the packaging. It's fine. If I saw this on a peg, I mean, I'm not gonna say I would go running to it, but it's fine for what it is. It's I see everything that it comes with. This board, well, other than this is kind of peeling, but I'm not gonna hold that against him. It's not like he's packaging every single figure himself, right? So, all right, I'm gonna get this guy opened and first Valaverse figure. Here we go. All right, so let's see. This little base fell out. Comes off easy enough. Okay. For those of you that are worried about the board and all of that stuff, it is a good board. Paperback board, whatever you want to call it. All right, so hand fell out. That's not a big deal. I don't care about that. Let's look at this base first. So I always like when figures come with bases or stands or whatever, and this is pretty cool. To my understanding, you're supposed to be able to take his file card, which you're supposed to cut off of here, and then place it within this slot right here, and then you can have it behind him. I do like that it comes with several pegs. This is pretty cool. Could use some paint. You know, I understand it's just a brush. You know, I mean, just a brush. It's just a. That's what I meant. I was thinking it needs a dry brush, but I understand that it's just, you know, a stand and it's not meant to, you know, do anything crazy. Well, that is one way to let people know where your stuff is coming from. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. But yeah. All right, so there's the stand. Let's get the figure out of here. See what this is all about. So let's see. Cut that off. I don't see a whole lot of tape, so that's something I actually like. I actually hate when a toy has a whole bunch of tape. Like, it's kind of annoying, but this I can deal with. So he comes with a lot of hands. This is what made me buy this figure. The cigar hand could be a little better painted, but whatever. Let's see. This hand out. Right hand. These guys got two revolving, futuristic looking, pistol. Looks like a Magnum, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a gun guy. Don't quote me on that. But comes with two of those. Get this head out. The reason why I bought the figure. Okay, hold on. Dang. Okay. And his cigar is out of his mouth. That is excellent. So now I'm going to have to hope that the carpet monster doesn't have his cigar that was in his mouth. Yeah, be right back. All right, back. Had to spend some time on the carpet. Bobby, yo, if you're gonna be coming with accessories this small and they're not gonna be permanently fixed to the mouth, like you need to put a warning or something on there. Cause I thought that this accessory was permanently affixed and it's not. Now I don't know if it's supposed to be, and maybe mine just isn't. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. Now I'm gonna chunk this up to user error and say it's my fault, but hey, if you can, I don't know how much it costs. Tell them to put a little dab of glue, because that could have been, yeah. Anyway, so here's the figure. All right, everything's out. Let's look at this guy. So, just looking at him here, it's all right. You know, I'm not gonna lie. In the package, I thought he was side-eyeing a little bit, but I guess maybe it was just the glare on the packaging that was causing it. So that's good. I thought that he was definitely side-eyeing a little bit. So, going on feel, he feels a little bit better than a classified. I can't say that he feels dramatically better than a classified, but now that is a weird boot swivel. Interesting. All right, so let's go through it. Articulation, since we're here, that's about all you're gonna get. Looks like after that, let's see, you get some tilt. That's pretty good. The head, oh, I popped it off. This is a good opportunity. So it's an interesting design for that joint. Yeah, can take his jacket off, that's for sure. Let's see, pop the head back on. He looks up decently. Head tilts. Okay. Let's see, arms. Let's see this one. Acting like it don't want to go up no further than what it has, and I don't want to force it. So, yeah, this arm is clearly going up higher. I might be able to warm this up and get it to go a little higher than that. Let's see, swivel at the bicep, double jointed arms. So far, hey, everything's feeling pretty good. So, let's see. I like the fact that the articulation is making it to where he can actually do like this, because why we receive articulation like that is, I don't know, kind of redundant to me. Let's see, legs go all the way up, both sides. Okay, here we go. I got some. I'm not trying to break my figure. I'm gonna have to warm that up. That's not a given. Oh, there we go. Okay. Also, something else I use when I'm if a joint is too tight, I'll use some of this Liberty shock oil. It's silicone shock oil is what it is. Liberty Oil Products is the brand. That is not a promotion. They don't give me anything. Let's see. So far, it feels alright. Plastic is definitely a little bit better than your average Marvel Legend. I would definitely say that. Yeah, this is okay. So far, nothing has really blown me away. I think that Classified and Action Force are a tad bit similar. I will say that the face sculpts themselves, they're not that definitely nothing I would brag about, but it's good enough, I guess. I don't hate it, but put the head on here that I actually like. So yeah, I like this head a lot. It looks like what's his name? The dude playing Punisher. Is it John Berthol or Berthanol or something like that? But you guys know who it is. He's on the Disney Plus show right now. The butterflies. That's not nothing to brag about either. Okay, so let's see. Let's get this guy geared up for what he has. I do like the holsters here. I think this is pretty good. I will say that I do like the paint as far as like the zippers and the buckles and stuff like that. I do like the fact that that's painted. I can also see some spots where it could have used some paint. For example, the legs here. I mean, that's just straight up plastic. I mean, they could have even used a matte, a matte coat just to kind of kill that shininess. And it's gonna bring me to my next point about this figure so far is that I kind of feel like if you're going to be bashing other companies for the stuff they do, you need to kind of make sure that your product is A1. Like, I'm not going to say that you can't have flaws because all action figures do, but so far I'm not blown away. The guns definitely feel good. I will say that. This actually feels very good. There's no bend, no nothing. Hasbro, you could take a lot of pointers. And I do like the actual metal looking sheen. That's really good too. Yeah, where there is paint, I will say I'm enjoying it. Let's see, he comes with this and I know how this gun works, but I don't know exactly what this gun is called. But let's just slide it in his hand. I will say that this is going in his hands relatively easy. I definitely like that. And because of that articulation joint, he can actually use this gun the way it is supposed to be used. Okay, I'm going to give Bobby Valor huge points on that. Because this is a gun. This is the type of gun that I've seen come with a lot of figures, and they're never able to quite hold it the way they need to. So that's definitely something I will give Bobby credit for. Swapping out the hand right now, that was nice, simple, and easy. Definitely no complaints there. Definitely like the fact that he can kind of like rest it on his shoulder. Be like, come on. Or I don't know. I don't even know what kind of voice this guy. I haven't even. He's from Texas, so he has to have our twang. But yeah, he looks like okay. All right. He's growing on me now. Yeah, I definitely like that pose. I think I'm gonna hit him with a matte finish for sure. But okay, all right, Bobby. All right, you got me on this one. I actually like this figure. Let's see. Yeah. That's that's good. I like it. Yeah. Okay. All right, Bobby Valor. All right, you did something better than what G.I. Joe's doing. I gotta give it to you. Of course, he comes with multiple hands. He has fist. Of course, he has another holding hand, trigger. He has a hand holding the cigar here. Like I said, I showed it earlier. Could use some more paint, but not a big deal. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not gonna say I was expecting to be disappointed, but I was expecting maybe something a little less special as he's made it out to be. I'm not going to say that I'm blown away by this figure, but I'm definitely liking it. It feels unique. Of course, this to me is not new. I do feel like kind of from the bottom on down, everything that Classified can do, this guy's kind of doing it. I don't really feel like this is like noteworthy design choices that just makes it so much better. But and for a reference, I still have Doc here, and like I said, I do feel like there's some things that Classified is doing that's better. For example, this plastic is definitely more matte, but when it comes to the faces, I mean, they're about the same. They're not, neither one of them are blowing me away with face sculpts. Let's see, the hands. Again, I'm not really blown away by that. Like I said, this figure comes with multiple hands. Classified. You could take notes from that. This is stupid to me, but I have nowhere else to put it. Like I said, of course, Classified tends to come with less paint apps than they probably should have, so that is where I would give the Bobby Valor figure a little bit more credit. But given that this figure is $36.99, or at least that's what it was on Amazon, I don't know how much it normally MRSP for. Do I think it's worth the money they're asking? I think it depends on you, because I have other figures that are 30s that I've bought for like $36.99, $40. I mean, for example here, this NECA Shredder is $35.99, and he comes with a lot of accessories and stuff. So, and another example is, say, this Joy Toy, Warhammer figure. I mean, this was, give or take, I think he's like $50 depending on where you get him from. I got mine for like 40, 44, one of those. But I mean, I don't feel like, it's kind of like how do I explain it? If you're gonna be in that price point, I definitely think that you should maybe do a little bit more than just this plasticky look, give it more of a matte finish, maybe change some plastic. I don't know. I'm not claiming to be an action figure expert or anything like that, but we have seen it, and let's see, for another reference point, again, I mean, look at this. I'm not trying to say that one is better than the other, but one is definitely a lot more detailed than the other. So I'm going to say that, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't dislike this figure. I think it's actually pretty solid. If I had to go a rate out of 10, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's bad at all. I like a lot of what he's doing, but I cannot with a good conscience just say that, oh, this figure blows Classified out of the water. And, even though there's some things that it's doing that definitely can aid with that point of view, I can't say that, man. There's just, he's going to have to be doing a little bit more if you're going to be making bold claims like that. But like I said, with the multiple hands and, stuff like that, he definitely makes for a better argument for, being a better figure. I do like this hand swapping. It's very easy and smooth, not hard to do at all. There you go. If you want them just to be holding that cigar. Like I said, this video is more of an exploration. I wanted to take you guys with me with a new product that I'm not used to at all. But I will say, after having it in hand, it's very similar to Classified. Like, very, very similar. No drop down hips. Of course, there's no ab crunch right here. But I don't really feel like this figure is just far superior to Classified. I don't think it is. But it is a good figure. It is a good figure. So, do I recommend it? Yes. If you're into this G.I. Joe Classified, I think he fits right in. I mean, does he not look like he could be talking to Doc here? Like they look like they could be holding a conversation about whatever. You might be telling him that, hey, that cigar is not good for your health, and he's, my guy here is from Texas, so we tend to tell you where to stick it. But yeah, I think he's pretty good. I recommend him. Will I be buying more Bobby Vala? Yeah, I think I will. I think next I'm gonna get that Praetorian Guard or whatever it is, the cyborg looking guy. I think that's next, and if I like that figure, then I'll pick up the samurai guy. I don't remember his name right now. Matter of fact, actually, hey Bobby, there you go. This is something he's doing very right. I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna say cross reference. But Senshi and the Praetorian is more than likely gonna be my next ones, and I'll do videos about them. But anyway, that's the video. Please like, share, subscribe. Oh my gosh, I don't even like the way it sounds when I have to say it, but guys, I need your help. So please like, share, and subscribe. Send it to your buddy. Send it to Bobby. I don't care. Send it to 3POA. I don't care, But I hope y'all have a good one. Happy hunting and all that good stuff.